Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. We have started English translation Quran Pak, Surah Nisa's 55 ayah we have recited. Now we start from 56. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Surely those who disbelieved in our ayat, we shall burn them in fire as often as their skins are roasted through. We shall exchange them for their skins, that you may taste the punishment. Truly Allah is ever almighty, all wise. But those who believe in oneness of Allah and do deeds of righteousness, we shall admit them the gardens under which rivers flow. Therein they shall have Azwajul Mutahhareen, and we shall admit them to shade wide and ever depending paradise. Verily, Allah commands that you should render back the trust to those to whom they are dues, and you, when you judge between them men, and judge with justice. Verily, how excellent is the teaching which He Allah gave you. Truly Allah is ever all hearer, all seer. You who believe, obey Allah and obey the Messenger Muhammad, and those of you Muslims who are in authority, and if you differ in anything among us yourself, refer to Allah and His Messenger. If you believe in Allah and the last day, that is better and more suitable for final determination. Have you not seen those hypocrites who claim that they believe in that which has been sent down to you, and that which was sent down before you? They wish to go for judgment in the Taghut, while they have been ordered to reject them, but Shaitan wishes to lead them for astray. And when it is said to them, come to what Allah has sent down to the messengers Muhammad, you turn away from you Muhammad with aversion. How then, when a catastrophe befall them because of what their hand have sent forth, they come to you shivering by Allah, which mean no more than goodwill and consolations. The hypocrites are those of whom Allah knows what is their hearts, so turn aside from them, but admonish them and speak to them an effective word to reach their inner selves. We sent no messengers but to be obeyed by Allah leave. If they, when they had been injustice to them, had come to you Muhammad and begged Allah's forgiveness, and the messengers had begged forgiveness for them, indeed they would have found Allah all forgiving, most merciful. But no, by your Lord, they can have no faith until they make, O Muhammad, judge in all dispute between them, and find in themselves no resistance against by your decisions, and accept with full submissions. And if you had ordered them, kill yourself or leave your homes, very few of them would have done it. But if they had done what they were told, it would have been better for them, and would have strengthened their faith. And indeed, we should then have bestowed upon them a great reward from ourselves, and indeed we should have guided them to the straight way. And whom obey Allah and the Messenger Muhammad, they will be in the company of those whom Allah has bestowed His grace, of the Prophet, the Sadiqeen, who were first the foremost believe in them, like Abu Bakr Siddiq. Such in the bounty from Allah, and Allah is sufficient in as all know. O you who believe, take your precautions and either go forth in parties or go forth altogether. There is certainly among you he who would enter behind Allah if a misfortune befall you. He said, indeed, Allah has favored me in that I was not present among them. But if a bounty comes to you from Allah, He would surely say, as if there had never been ties of affection between you and Him. Oh, I wish He had been them, and I would have achieved a great success. Let those believers who sell in life of the world for hereafter fight in the cause of Allah, and who fight in the cause of Allah and is killed or get victory, we shall bestow on him a great reward. And what is wrong with you that you fight no to in the cause of Allah, and for those weak, ill treated and oppressed among men, women and children, whose cry is, "Our Lord, rescue us from the town whose people are oppressed, and raise from us from you one who will protect, and raise for us from you one who will help." Those who believe fight in cause of Allah, and those who disbelieve fight in the cause of Taghut Shaitan. So fight you against the friends of Shaitan, ever feeble indeed in the plot of Shaitan. Have you not seen those who were told to hold back their hand and perform as salat and give zakat, and when the fighting was ordained for them, behold, a section of them fear men, and they fear in evermore. They say, "Our Lord, why have you ordained for us fighting? Would you that you had granted us respite from a short period?" Say, short in the enjoyment of the world, hereafter is far better for him for who fears Allah, and you shall not be dealt with unjustly, even equal to a silage thread in the long slide of a date stone. Whoever you may be, death will overtake you, even if you are in the fortress built up strong and high. And if some good research them, they say, "This is from Allah." But if some evil befall them, they say, "This is from, O Muhammad, you." All things are from Allah. What is the wrong with these people that they fall to understand any word? Whatever of good reaches you is from Allah, but whatever of evil befalls you is from yourselves, and we have sent you Muhammad as a messenger to mankind, and Allah is sufficient as a witness. He who obeyed the messengers Muhammad has indeed obeyed Allah, but he who turns away, then we have not sent you Muhammad as a watcher over them. They say, "We are obedient," but when they leave you Muhammad, a section of them spend all night to planning other than what you say, but Allah record their naughty plots, so turn aside from them, and Allah is ever all sufficient as a disposer of affairs. Do they do not note? They then consider the Quran carefully, had it been from their Allah, and would surely have found there in many contradictions when there comes to them some matter touching safety or fear. They make a no, if only they had referred in the messengers or no to those charged with authority among them, and the Prophet investigation would have understand it from them directly. Had it been for the grace of mercy of Allah upon you, you would have followed Shaitan, except a few of you. Then fight, O Muhammad, in the cause of Allah. You are not a task except for yourself, and inside the believers. It may be that Allah will retain the evil might of the disbelievers, and Allah is stronger in might and stronger in punishing. Who's over intricate for a good cause will have the reward therefore, and whoever intricate for an evil cause will have a share in its burden, and Allah is ever all able to do everything. When you are greeted with a greeting, greet a return with what is better than it, or at least return it equally. Certainly, Allah is ever a careful account taker of all things. Allah la ilaha illahu. Surely he will gather you together on the day of recreation, about which there is no doubt. And when who is the truer the statement than Allah? Then what is the matter with you, that you are divided into two parties about the hypocrites? Allah has caused them back because of what they have earned. Do you know want to guide him whose Allah was made to go astray, and he whom Allah has made to go astray? You will never find for him any way of guidance. They wish that you reject faith as they have rejected faith, and thus that you all become equal. So take note, Awliya, till they immigrate in the way of Allah, Muhammad. But it's if they turn back, take them and kill them wherever you find them, and take neither Awliya nor helper from others, except those who join a group between you and whom there is a territory, or those who approach you with their beast restraining from fighting you, as well as are fighting their own people. Had Allah willed, indeed he would have given them power over you, and they would have fought you. So if they withdraw from you and fight not against you and offer your peace, then Allah has opened no way for you against them.